So here's the first minifig of the set, and the first minifig of the set is Tony Stark, and this is a really cool minifig, a really cool representation of the character from the movies. I really do quite like the face print, which is an exclusive face print, and this minifig in general is exclusive, apart from the legs and the arms, because they're just plain black and plain grey, but the rest of it is exclusive and really well printed, especially the face, which looks really charismatic, like the actual character from the movie, and represents the comical nature of the character really well, with the sort of smirk and the raised eyebrow. The other facial expression is a more scared expression, which doesn't work quite as well for Iron Man, since he's usually quite comical and calm, but you know, it's a good expression nonetheless. You could use it for stop motion or something, like when he's fighting Hulk in that scene in Age of Ultron. Anyway, the hairpiece is a plain brown Mark Williams hairpiece. I still wish they used a black one, since that would be more accurate to the actor's hairstyle in the movie. And talking of the actor was very good at playing Iron Man, and I'd highly recommend you check out the movies just for their performance. Anyway, the torso print is really nice as well, and it has the arc reactor and some muscle details. Around the back it shows some pads which are grey, and also a bit more muscle details around the back. In general, this is a very simple yet very great minifig. So here's the second minifig of the set, and the second minifig of the set is Pepper Potts. Now this is a very simple minifig, yet a very good minifig. Especially the face print, which captures the likeness to the actress very well, as is the hair, which is in ginger, and it's a standard Lego City hairpiece, but it is very good for the actress and the character. And I also like the face print on the back. It looks sort of scared and also a bit sort of worried. And that captures some of the personalities of the character very well. And she also has a very nice torso print with a partly open jacket, which is a sort of scientist jacket, which matches her look from part of the movie very well. And it has some buttons on it and some various pockets. And there's also some hip detailing. And there's a necklace in the part that's sort of open, which has some shiny detailing on it. The rest of the minifig's very plain, although there's a bit of detail around the back, with the sort of back facial expression, as I mentioned earlier, and a bit of back detailing with some sort of creases on the back of the jacket, and the continuation of the hip detailing on the back. So in general, this is a very simple minifig, yet a very effective one for the character that it's trying to represent. So here's the third minifig of the set, and the third minifig of the set is, in my opinion, the best one in the set. Although Tony Stark and Pepper Potts are very good as well, and the Mandarin's kind of okay, this minifig is very good and very well detailed. Although it's not exclusive, it's a very well detailed minifig. I really do quite like it. It looks really nice. I mean, there's the arc reactor and various printing on the torso. It sort of shows a bit of shiny printing, in fact lots of shiny printing on the helmet, on the legs, on the toes even, and there's also a bit on the torso, and it shows various details that are accurate to the movie and the armour itself. And the head underneath is very unfortunate, since it's a very plain head, but you can always switch that out with the actual Tony Stark head included in this set with the yellow minifig. There's also some gold hand and some details on the sort of knees, which show some knee armour. And as I said, there's also some detail on the toes, which looks really cool. Lots of really cool and really intricate printing on this torso and this minifig. There's also some printing around the back, which is equally or even more intricate. No printing on the back of the legs, unfortunately, but that's okay, since it is just a sort of 2013 minifig. And in general, this minifig looks really great, which is helped by the really nice sort of helmet, which represents Iron Man really well. And it has the eye details and the slit for the mouth, and various other details around that, and it's shiny on the face of it, and it looks really cool. And this minifig in general just looks really cool, and really accurate to the really colourful and really epic Iron Man armour. Right, so here's the fourth minifig of the set, and the fourth minifig of the set is an exclusive variant of the Mandarin, who was, of course, technically the main villain of this movie, although if you've seen the movie then you'll know that he really isn't a villain, and he's more sort of a helpful accomplice of Iron Man, I guess. And he's sort of an actor in the movie, but in the actual LEGO set he's meant to be the actual villain himself, since I guess LEGO didn't get the information that the Mandarin wasn't actually the main villain. Or they will try and make it seem like he is actually the main villain. But nonetheless, the actual design is captured really well. There's lots of really nice details, like the intricate printing, and there's sort of some hieroglyphs, I think, on the legs and the torso. Of course, his beard covers most of it up, so I'll sort of take that off, and whilst I'm taking that off, I'll show you the face prints. They're both basically the same, and sort of look very similar with the beard on, which is somewhat unfortunate, but is accurate to the movie, so it's okay. One face print is smiling, which isn't really accurate to how the actual character would act, but the actual character, I guess. It's not really the character, but, you know, the actor, Trevor, Trevor Slattery, I think he's called, he'd probably smile like this, so I guess that sort of works. And this face print, I guess, is to represent when he's actually acting as the Mandarin, and that's sort of a more angry face print. Now, I sort of wish we got a alternate head or a third face print with sort of sunglasses on, since for most of the Mandarin scenes he actually has sunglasses on, which is somewhat unfortunate how they're not printed onto this minifig. Perhaps on this face print that would have been quite cool. But as you can see, he's got sort of emperor-like eyes with all the wrinkles around it, and he doesn't look very pleased, although on this one he does look very happy, and that's quite a different facial expression, I guess. But I would have liked to see one with glasses, perhaps. And he does have a very nice torso print, which sort of has a orb in the centre of it, and various sort of mystical, sort of technical details on there. And those look really quite nice, and really well printed, really intricate torso print. Very simple, yet very nice. He's sort of got robes on, which are green, and he has a cape which covers up the back, of course, so I've got to take that off as well. And his leg colour is very unique as well. And on the back he does have a sort of printing that shows where the cape is off, so it's sort of got a clip for the cape, which is very clever printing in my personal opinion. And it shows a bit of his undershirt there. And overall this minifig's very good, although it doesn't really represent the character in the best way. Especially with the hair and lack of sunglasses. Like, the hair does look a bit too smooth for the actual character, who has a big bushy beard and very scruffy hair. But other than the lack of sunglasses and the inaccurate hair, this minifig does look really quite cool. Here's the fifth minifig of the set, and the fourth exclusive character of this set, and this one is just a basic foot soldier for the Extremis program. Well, I think this guy was seen in the movie, so he's not just a random guy, but he's basically named as Random Foot Soldier. So that's sort of unfortunate how he's not a main character, but he did appear for a few seconds in the movie, so I guess it's okay. And hey, it adds another minifig, so that's good. Now the torso print I do quite like, although the rest of him is very plain and a bit boring, but the torso print's really quite nice. It shows a bit of red lines and a sort of grey jumpsuit, and his hairpiece is the same hairpiece as Tony Stark, which is somewhat unfortunate since in the movie he sort of had no hair, although that wouldn't have worked since he has a glow-in-the-dark head, and more importantly an alternate expression which shows a sort of angry and fiery, sort of about to explode Extremis soldier. So that's quite a cool face print, shows laser vision and sort of fire details I guess, and he's very angry of course. And other than that there's a bit of detail around the back of the torso to match the front. So a nicely detailed soldier, but he's just a basic sort of soldier, so not that interesting of a character, but a good minifig. Overall, it's a really great playset with a great variety of characters in it. I really like this set. I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10, and that's it for this review. So if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like and subscribe.